Where is it? My wallet? No. Tissues? No. There it is. Sunscreen. Boys and girls, let me give you a piece of advice. Always have sunscreen with you, because you never know when you might need it. But let me start from the very beginning. The story happened on the wedding. But I don't want to talk to you about the wedding. I want to talk to you about what happened after the wedding. So, me and my friends on the next day were at the lake, chilling and expecting the after party to happen. And we've all been to the Polish weddings, right? There is a lot of drinking, a lot of eating, and a lot of dancing. So what was ahead of me was more drinking, more eating, and more dancing. Not for my friends though, because they had planned for about 2 months to skip the after party and go to hell. For those who don't know, hell is Polish kite surfer paradise. It's completely on the north, it's on a seaside, and the wedding was happening somewhere next to Cali, so it's about 450 kilometers away. So we are sitting there talking, and suddenly I hear, Monica, you are so close to hell. You can't miss that opportunity. Why don't you come with us? And I was like, yeah, how stupid idea is it? But they asked me, why not? Maybe because I don't have any clothes with me except from what I was wearing. Oh, Monica, that's not a problem. We can lend you some clothes. Don't worry about it. I cannot go because I don't have any sunscreen with me and I don't want to get burned. Monica, let me remind you that it's hell. It's not the end of the world. They have shops there. You know you can always buy sunscreen there. But I don't have my training shoes with me, and I have the half marathon in 2 weeks, and I have to train. Monica, you are going to have the whole beach just for yourself. So you can just run through the beaches like Pamela Anderson, just not like in California, but in Yastana. But how awesome is that? I must tell you that I was slowly running out of the ideas why I shouldn't come. And then they asked me, so you are basically saying that you cannot go because you didn't plan it 2 months in advance. And it hit me. And it's true, because I always plan things. And then I also reminded myself how spontaneous person I was. And I thought to myself, Monica, just go with the flow. And I decided to go to hell. Once we arrived in the evening, we came out from the car, and it was freaking cold and windy. Cold, I know it's difficult to remember how. So it was really cold, and suddenly I opened my bag, and I'm sparkling dress, maybe not. High heels, maybe not the best option for that. Flip-flops maybe. Not really. But luckily for me, my friend saved me, and I was wearing for the next 3 days like really big oversized blouse from my friend and really crappy falling apart sneakers from my other friend. But do you know the feeling, especially girls, when you open your wardrobe and the clothes are falling out and you're like pushing them back, but suddenly you have absolutely nothing to wear? Well, I didn't have this problem for the next 3 days. And it was liberating. My life was so easy. I didn't have to think if this dress matches to those shoes, if this skirt is fancy enough. I didn't have to worry about those kind of things. And, you know, always, whenever I travel, I always put extra t-shirts, extra clothes that I never use, I never need. But not this time. This time, my bag was empty. It didn't matter. And I remember my friend even telling me that I look much better in day clothes than day clothes. So I'm actually planning to forget on the next trip some of my clothes. On the next evening, we had a campfire on the beach, and we were like dancing and watching the stars, and we could feel the breeze, gentle breeze on our skin, and you could smell the water next to you, and you could hear the waves next to you. But suddenly, someone screamed, "Let's jump into the water!" And I was like, "Are you crazy? It's cold!" But then I reminded myself how spontaneous I was. And I thought, Monica, just go with the flow. And I ran into this water, and I froze. It was so cold, and it hurt. But it didn't matter. Whole trip to hell was great. You know, watching kite surfers during the day, and not only during the day. Watching the stars and everything. It made it really something worth to remember. And do you know why? Because I didn't have any expectations. I didn't expect any of it to happen. And that brings me to conclusion. Being spontaneous is great because you have no expectation and there's no time for hesitation. You don't wonder, should I not, is it right, or is it wrong? Can I afford it or I can't? You just take a decision, you just do, and that's it. And once there's no expectation, there is no disappointment. Well, if I planned this trip, I could expect that the water is going to be crystal blue. It wasn't. Or I could expect that we're going to stay in some nice and fancy hotel. We didn't. Trust me, we didn't. Or I could expect that temperature is going to be 30 degrees and I'm going to get really tan. We didn't. I could be disappointed by all of those things, but I wasn't. Because being spontaneous means no expectation, and no expectation leads to no disappointment, and that brings us to the moment where we can simply enjoy whatever happens. We should think less, but act more. And nowadays, we live in a society that tends to plan and overthink, and we are told that only if we set some goals we can achieve success. And we are told that, that's my favorite one, goals are the dreams with a deadline. And you know, when I was on the university, I was told that I have to plan my career. And then I went to students' organization, and I was told I have to plan my development. And then I came to company, and I was told I have to plan my goals for the year, and I have to know where I want to be in 5 years. And then I came to Toastmasters, and I was told that I should probably plan my way to DTN. And if I plan it properly, it's possible in 3 years. So we tend to overthink and plan everything. And I believe that when we can get lost in all this planning and targeting and setting goals, that we lose so many opportunities to experience something wonderful. Just think about it for a second right now. How many times you said no to your friends when they were asking you out on the evening, probably because you had other plans like watching the television, and maybe that could be a very nice evening or even the best evening of your life. And how many times you didn't speak to someone you really liked, probably because you thought that you were going to be rejected. But maybe you wouldn't. And maybe they would like you and you could find a soulmate or maybe a good friend at least. And how many times you didn't apply for this great job offer you saw, probably because you thought that you're not good enough. But maybe you would get it anyway, and that would be perfect fit for you. We miss 100% of chances we never take. And even me, coming here to Lublin. I remember very well one phone call that I received some time ago from my dear friend Michał, suggesting, I would even say strongly suggesting, that I should apply as a speaker for this conference. And I was like, no way, I'm not good enough. But then I reminded myself how spontaneous I was. And I thought, Monica, just go with the flow. Standing and telling you to think less and act more. And there is still one piece of advice I want to remind you. Always have sunscreen with you. Because once you start thinking less but acting more, you don't know how fast you might need it.